Hello class. First I want to say that I'm so grateful to get to teach you about motion, force, and energy. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so first we're going to look at energy. Energy is the ability to cause motion and change. The faster a given object is moving, the more energy it possesses. Energy exists in two states, kinetic and potential. Let's take a deeper look. Kinetic energy that an object has because of its motion, and potential energy stored, energy an object has because of its position. A good example of kinetic energy is wind. Wind is at motion and push your papers out of your hands, or I don't know what it could do. And then potential energy, a good example of that is water behind a dam. So when beavers make their little nest and block water, all of that water has so much potential energy to just bust through that big collection of sticks and whatever else a beaver used to make their shelter. So here I have a diagram of me. I am the stick person. And what I'm doing is right here, I have fallen from the top of this hill. So I have a lot of kinetic energy while I'm falling, and then a lot of kinetic energy right before I hit the ground. I have no potential energy right before I hit the ground because I can't go anywhere. I'm on the ground. At the top of the hill, I have a lot of potential energy because I can leap off of the hill. I have no kinetic energy because I'm standing still. While I'm leaping, I have kinetic energy. And then at the bottom, I am not moving, nor do I have anywhere to go. So I have no kinetic energy and no potential energy. On your notes, I want you guys to, first, I hope that you guys can either rewind or pause when I was explaining this energy and the two states that exist in to answer some of the questions on your note, but I also want you guys to draw your own diagram of anything. It can be you kicking a ball, it can be you on a roller coaster, your own diagram to explain kinetic and potential energy. You can pause the video to do that. Next, I have a picture. It's picture time. So this is a man. He was a very popular scientist, and he came up with a lot of laws. There's one law in particular that we're going to be studying today. On your note, I want you to guess who this scientist is. A hint is the apple. We talked about him a little bit earlier this year, and I know that you've talked about him in your third grade class. So I want you guys to just think about who this possibly could be. All right, pause and answer the question. Now that you have answered the question, I'm going to go ahead and give you the right answer, so you can go back and change your answer or just correct it if you had the wrong answer. The guy is Isaac Newton, and he had a lot of laws, and he was a very smart guy, just like I know you guys are all very smart and going to be very great scientists when you get older. Newton's first law of motion. This is the law that we're going to be studying that goes along with what we are learning in class. His law of motion, what he thought was an object that is moving will keep moving, and an object at rest will remain at rest unless energy is used to change its motion. So this is a pretty plain concept. Basically, if you're in a car and you're going and you're driving, you're in motion. So as long as you're pressing down the gas and the engine is helping you push forward, you're going to be at motion. But if you, run into a tree, then the car is going to stop, and you're going to remain at rest until that force is moved, until the tree is moved, and then you can press on the gas again and keep going. Okay, now we're going to have fast vocab. Da-na-na-na-na. So, the first word we have is speed, which is very fitting for fast vocab. On your notes, I want you to write down the word on the first flap, and then I want you to write down the definition inside, so that way later you can practice these quick little terms. Speed, it describes how fast an object is moving. Position, where an object is in relation to its background. A force is any push or pull that causes an object to move, stop, or change speed or direction. Friction is the resistance to motion created by two objects moving against each other. So that is all for today. I'm so excited to see my little scientist tomorrow and to get to do a great experiment with you all. Have a good day and good night.